Naya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshu Nashaya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Dear devotees, with the grace of the Bhagavan Sri Krishna, divine blessings from the Guru Maharaj, and little bit knowledge from the Bhagavad Gita. Today we will understand the Bhagavad Gita, which is the ultimate sources of the life. Last week we have understood acceptance, adopt, and implement. And then now today we are going to be understand in the life. The life is Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes we do not understand the life. And that is the reason we have either complaint from the life or happiness feeling from the life. Bhagavad Gita is Siddhant of the karma. Basic things. Karma is something which is we perform in our life, which we do and act physically, mentally, emotionally in the life. Currently, what we are facing, it can be debatable, whether it was a previous karma or current karma, what it is. Okay, either you are in a pain and sorrow or you are in extreme happiness. I will go into that topic when the right time will come. But today I am talking about the karma. Our today's situation, according to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, is based on the past karma. Today's situation. It can be a 10-day-old, it can be a 10-birth-old, it can be a 10-year-old. It's very difficult to rectify, judge, identify which birth it was or which year it was. But whatever you're facing in the life is based on your karma. Whatever you will face in the life, it will be based on the karma as well. And this is, we need to understand. If today we are, one things we doing is facing the karma, receiving the energies from the external sources. Another things we are reflecting our energies to the external sources as well from inside. So today when we perform the karma, if we learn Bhagavad Gita and if we understand the Bhagavad Gita and if we have implemented the principles of the Bhagavad Gita in our life, then we will not be able into the position to perform the bad karma called the papa karma in any circumstances. In any circumstances. Any circumstances means either you are in extreme happiness, extreme joy, or you are in extreme pain and sorrow. No matter what comes in your life, you will remain neutral. To remain neutral, that's a quality of the Bhagavad Gita, and this is what Bhagavan Sri Krishna teach in the life. Neutral does not mean that you pick and choose when you want to become a neutral in your life. In these days, we pick and choose. When someone comes, our closed one, then our reaction is different. When someone less important personality come in our life, then our reaction is slightly different. When someone is non-important personality come in our life, then our reaction is different. Selective approach. But when Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, when you want to become a neutral, then you should remain neutral with everyone. With everyone and in any circumstances. What we do when we are in a pain and sorrow, we go towards the Bhagavan, and we are in a good happiness and joyous and then good time, then we move away from the Bhagavan. While Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, no matter what circumstances appears front of you, you have to remain what you are in the sense of your devotional and divine personality. I am not going to say if you are arrogant, then you remain arrogant forever. No, that is the Bhagavan Sri Krishna says you must change that. That's why last week I had a long discussion about the acceptance, adoptions and implementation. Now today we are going to talk about the life of the life from the Bhagavad Gita, not life of the Bhagavad Gita, but life from the Bhagavad Gita, which Bhagavan Sri Krishna is teaching us. We do not understand the life. We do not value the life. No wealth can measure how valuable this body you got it, which you have as a human body. What is the value of that body? No one can measure it because it is very expensive for the soul to get the human body. It has to be pay a lots of good karma's price. Then you get this body. Unfortunately, we do not value this body, human body, in our life. And that is the ultimate reason for us to face the karma in our life. And remember, karma, which is something which is everybody has to face it. Every single soul has to face the karma. Now it's all about how you performing the karma. What is your intention behind the performing the karma? What was your thought behind the performing the karma? Circumstances is secondary part. Circumstances we justify our karma. When we bring the circumstances into the discussion and debate, then we justifying our karma. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, through his life, is teaching us. Today we facing the pain and sorrow is front of Bhagavan Sri Krishna's life is nothing. Bhagavan Sri Ram life, which he has lived front of him, is nothing. Today's pain and sorrow which we are. Give you example. Let's talk about the Bhagavan Sri Ram life. Bhagavan, supreme power I'm talking about, born as a prince, the great king of the Dasharath, great king. No one can match the personality like Dasharath. Dasharatha, Das means 10, Ratha means if we consider as 10 Indriya, and who has controlled that his Indriya. Dasharatha, great king, and then his son is a Bhagavan Sri Ram, and then known as a Raghukul. Kul means his family legacy. When we talk about the legacy, then we said, oh, this is the great grandson of the great grand personalities. Today, when you see someone highly important personality in your life, role model in your life, someone, and when you see his or her grandchild or granddaughter, you will expect his or her qualities in him and her. Equal respect he or she will get, because your role model is that one. Raghukul, king of the king, Raghu and everybody. And above and all, he is a supreme power, ultimately. "14 years in a forest. 14 years in a forest without WhatsApp and email and Instagram and Facebook, or many other things. 14 years in a forest without luxury hotel, without 5, 7 or 10-star hotel. 14 years in a forest without any kind of the special luxury as a king or prince. 14 years in a forest with completely alone, away from the entire family. Today our child goes from here to overseas on the route. I'm talking about the 20 years ago. We used to wait for our child to land, and after when he or she reached to the destination, we used to get a phone call, "Ke bhai, I have reached." And in these 20 years, such a way the time has changed. You can track your child right in the plane. You just buy in the aeroplane, you buy the data, purchase the data, you can talk, everything. Some airlines give you a 1 hour free data as well. But that side, when Bhagwan Sri Ram, when he left Ayodhya, he only see the Ayodhya after 14 years. And then we are complaining, that I am in a sorrow, I am in a pain. Front of the Bhagwan Sri Ram pain and sorrow, just consider him as a normal human being. Keep that supreme power and super personalities and super just away. Just think, imagine in your mind. Compare that your pain and sorrow front of his pain and sorrow. I'm talking about the life. Bhagavad Gita teaches us a life. We are so many complaints from the life, but what is the life? Have you know what the life means? After 14 years coming back in the kingdom, becoming a king, within less than a few years, not even, I'm not sure how many years, maybe 1 or 2 maximum, he has to separate himself from his own wife, Sita Mata. Sita Mata went again back into the ashram, gave a birth to 2 children, Love and Kush. Life I'm talking about. After 14 years spending forest, now okay, now it should be, life must be easy. What he has to face? Separation. When we go into the understanding, then we will see, front of those pain and sorrow, our pain and sorrows are nothing. Krishna Bhagavan himself, in childhood, we all of us know the stories and everything. He has to leave his own Gokul and Mathura, loving places. He born and he grow up in those places. His childhood friends, gopis, Gowar, he has to leave everything there. Just because of the few elements who still wanted to fight and do the war again and again. To protect his own people, he has to leave that entire his place, Gokul, Mathura, Vrindavan. Came back to the Dwarika Nagari, built such a beautiful township, means ke entire Dwarika kingdom, royal palace, everything. After the years, he has to destroy his own, that entire creation, Dwarika. Such a painful for somebody to go through that type of the life. And yet, in the assembly, in the parliament of the king, the Dhritarashtra, he has to go into that entire parliament as a peacekeeper personality. Rajdut, Shanti Dut, not a Rajdut, Shanti Dut. Dut, messenger, peace messenger. He went as a peace messenger, and as he went to the peace messenger, he got insulted there by Duryodhan. Hey, supreme personality I'm talking about. And then front of them, our life, pain and sorrow is nothing. But the problem is, what we don't have it is. Don't have it is the understanding of the karma and understanding of the life. This is something which we haven't understood or we haven't developed in our life, those qualities. That's why the Bhagavad Gita is very important. Each and every word of the Bhagavad Gita, each and every line of the Bhagavad Gita, each and every message from the Bhagavad Gita is very important for us. That's why it says life, karma. Today you facing your previous karma, but don't perform the wrong karma now because of you are in the pain and sorrow. Time is something which is change. Remember, in our life, time doesn't stay. Time always moves. Every second you lose your life, second is gone. Every minute of your life you lose is gone. Every hour, every day, every week, every year, gone. Not going to come back. Make it use of it by performing the good karma. At least if you can't do anything, at least you can do the chanting. You know what happening in these days, when we are sitting and we do nothing, then what is the best things we do in our life? 4 things. Waste of time, number 1. In connection, number 2 is how we wasting the time, either spending the time on the various kind of the social media platform, or number 3 is watching the television. Otherwise, number 4 is gossiping. We do nothing then besides that. Your mind will not tell you, okay, you have a free time, okay, take the mala and chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because you never ever trained your mind to do such a kind of the things. You only have trained your mind to do the things which makes you a karma binding personality, will put you more and more into the karma cycle. When you start chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which automatically those mantra power is burn your karma as well. You don't know. But you can burn your negative karma, your pap karma, if you continuously, consistently chant the mantra, any mantra, and without any expectation. Without any expectation, if you chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya mantra, or any mantra who you believe is supposed to be chant, if you chant that mantra, I'm telling you, consistently, constantly, and make it habit. In your free time, you must chant mantra. It's called the Nishkam chanting, not a Sakam chanting. Nishkam means don't expect. So when you bring that Nishkam chanting in your life, then you don't have to follow any rules of the chanting of the mantra. Therefore, you can have your mala in your hand. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Make the habit. Automatically, you will be in the position that your pap karma will be burned, and then you will be perform only punya karma. Why are you going to be perform only punya karma? Why are you going to perform only punya karma? Because you have surrendered yourself into the mantra. And that mantra belongs to a power of the Supreme Personality who you believe. Either Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Sri Krishna, whatever mantra, you have surrendered yourself. Now that mantra's responsibility to protect you to perform the pap karma. Protect you. Protection means what will happen? Look, when you do the wrong things in your life, your mantra power will tell bhai, this is something is not good for you, please don't do. It's called the inner voice, your heart. Your heart will tell you, oh, thank you very much, don't do, wait. If you overrule your heart, if you overrule your inner sense, sixth sense, which is another ultimate different power, if you overrule your inner voice, then you are the responsible for outcome, not the Bhagwan. I will give you a simple example from Mahabharata. When the Bhagwan Sri Krishna has given a power to Pandava to build a Indraprastha. So it was agreement between the Pandav and Kaurav, the Pandav will get half a kingdom and Kaurav will rule the half a kingdom. So the existence kingdom, Hastinapur, was taken by the Kaurav, and another half, it was named was Khandavaprastha. Means land, only land, non-productive land. That land is with only completely non-productive. When you see everything is there, it's just only stones and sand and everything. When they reach there, Pandav reach there, then Krishna says, do your hard work, I will help you. They did the hard work, Krishna helped them. They built such a beautiful kingdom. It's called Indraprastha. Name was given from Khandavaprastha to Indraprastha. Obviously, after building such a beautiful place, they decided to inaugurate that palace and place. So they called various kings and everyone, dignitaries. With that, they have sent invitation to the Duryodhan. Means ke Hastinapur, Dhritarashtra. They came. Now here the story starts. So they came, they looked at, they got overwhelmed by looking at such beautiful creations. It was them vision. How they was feeling is not for us to debate and discuss. But anyway, after that, Shakuni, who has called a Yudhishthir to have one game with the dais. Gambling, basically. The Shakuni was the master in that gambling. No one can defeat him. No one means no one can defeat him. That much mastery he had it on that gambling. You will see, you will find some people like that. There are some people who play in them entire life, they don't win, and then somebody just play in once, they win everything. Shakuni was one of the person. No one can defeat him unless Shakuni decide to defeat himself. In the gambling, not in the war or any other things. So with that mindset, Shakuni and Yudhishthir played the game. Shakuni lost that game 3 times against the Yudhishthir. Now, the Yudhishthir got that things in his mind, I am the one who has defeated Shakuni. That time, the message which I want to give you is, which your inner voice, your heart, your sixth sense, which is we call the Krishna Bhagwan. Everything is over. They decided, okay, let's go home. They gave a farewell to everybody. Krishna left last. Yudhishthir and Pandav went to the Krishna. After talking the normal talk, Yudhishthir proudly says, I have defeated Shakuni. Krishna says, Yudhishthir, do not underestimate anyone. And this should be your last game. That was the warning was given by the Krishna to the Yudhishthir and entire Pandav that time. But the problem is overruling the power, overruling the warning, and overruling the everything. The ultimate reason was they lost everything, whatever they have created. They can't blame to the Krishna. In our life, this is what I am trying to explain to you. If you have a mantra, and if you keep chanting the mantra, that mantra power will stop you to do the wrong things. To do the wrong things. And if you are right, that mantra will allow you to do it. That's a karma siddhanta. But you have to have one mantra in your life which you consistently chant. You can believe in everybody. You can believe in all the Bhagavan. You can do whatever you want to do in terms of the rituals and prayers. One part, but you must keep one mantra in your life. And keep consistent chant that mantra. As soon as you get a free time, chant the mantra. That's it. That's the mantra will stop you to the wrong things. But if you do not listen your inner power, sixth sense and inner voice, and if you overrule that voice, then you have to face the consequences. Then you can't blame to that mantra. Life. When we talk about the life, Bhagavad Gita principle life is very important. Let's try to understand this karma. In this our life, we meet the people based on the karma and we lose the people based on the karma. That's the reality. We all of us know that part. I don't have to explain again and again. Therefore, in any circumstances, we should remain neutral. As soon as that attachment starts with anything, that is the cause, the problem. It's not necessary that we have an attachment with the human beings. Attachment with anything. Attachment with my favorite plate, starting from that. You may have heard many people say, oh, this is my favorite plate. I only eat in this plate. So, plate is nirjiv. Plate have no life. But by attaching yourself with the plate, you're putting your life into the plate life. Favorite coffee mug. My favorite car. My favorite child. My favorite vegetable. Attached. My favorite t-shirt. My favorite pen. Attachment. As soon as you don't see your favorite things in your life, you get disappointed. Your reaction is different. For example, you have one pen which you like to do the sign and everything. One morning you don't find the pen. Until you don't find the pen, you become a restless. Pen have no life. There is no karma with the pen. Between you and pen, there is no karma. That's the reality. But subject is, because of you have attached yourself with that pen, you become a restless. And under this restlessness, you create the karma. You get frustrated, you get angry, you misbehave, you use the wrong word, you get all other things you do. I'm just giving example about the pen, but definitely you have something in your life which you think, this is my favorite. Nirjiv. I am not even talking about the sajiv. Sajiv is a different cycle. I'm just talking about the nirjiv. Nirjiv means no life inside. We have attachment with that life, with that items. which those items have no life, but we, by attaching ourselves, we create that bonding. Every morning I need my tea into this my mug or my cup. This is my cup. And if within a family, if someone gives the tea into the another cup, and then we start stories. Why my favorite cup is not here? Subject is attachment with everything. When we bring that thought with my favorite things, my close one, my favorite color shirt, Bhagavan Sri Krishna teach us, if you want to stay away from the karma cycle, then make sure remain neutral in any circumstances. Very important part. I'm using again the word called the any circumstances. In extreme happiness, you remain calm. In extreme pain and sorrow, you remain calm. And that's the quality of the bhakta. Bhakta means devotee. Sudama, Dhruv, Prahlad, Shabri, Mirabai. Bibhishana, Angad. List is long. They all remain calm in any circumstance. In these days today, we get panic from small things. Little but disturbance comes in our life, we become a panic personality. Our reaction change. Our behavior change, our attitude change, our wording change, our tone change. Because we haven't accepted, adopted, and implemented the principles of the Bhagavad Gita in our life. By reading the Bhagavad Gita, is one part. Accepting, adopting, implementing the principles of the Bhagavad Gita is another part. And feeling the Bhagavad Gita is another part. For you to feel the Bhagavad Gita after implementation of the principles of the Bhagavad Gita, that's remedy I gave it to you today, chanting the mantra. Very important. Very, very important. Chanting the mantra, which is to recharge the battery every day. Simple things. Every day, like your phone need to get charged, the same thing your soul need to get charged by chanting the mantra. Simple solution. Simple solution for all the problems. I always advise to devotees as well, chant Hanuman Chalisa, chant mantra. We think it's easy, but it's not easy. We have to realize that power. In Hanuman Chalisa, last line says, Tulsidas Sada Hari Chera Kije Nath Hriday Madera. Before that, one line come. Hoy Siddhi Sakhi Gaurisa. जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा. You know what that means? Very important meaning. जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा. So one who recite this Hanuman Chalisa, hoy siddhi, get everything in the life. Sakhi Gaurisa. This is one something which is I don't know many people knows or not about it, but Gaurisa. Gaurisa means ke husband of the Mata Gauri, Bhagwan Shiva. He is the one who Sakshi. Sakshi means ke is the one is a witness. He takes the responsibility to give you a siddhi if you chant Hanuman Chalisa. Make sure you get that power. What more you want? Subject is we don't chant the things with the devotion. We do not bring that emotions of the devotions. We don't bring the bhakti. We don't bring the power of the divinity. We do not bring that cosmicness within. And that is why many people say, oh, in my whole life I have chanted Hanuman Chalisa, but I haven't received anything. Why you are complaining about it? Because you haven't put it yourself. You only put your body in, not soul. Any prayer you do, anything chanting you perform in your life, you have to connect yourself with your soul. The problem with us is we only put the body, we do not put the soul in. And that is why I have said, chant mantra. Every single second, every single moment, and that's where you will get protected by the Bhagwan Sri Krishna himself. And that is the Bhagwan Sri Krishna's power. That is the Bhagwan Sri Krishna's message, and that is the Bhagwan Sri Krishna himself telling us through the Bhagavad Gita, if you want a better life, if you want a powerful life, if you want a good life, if you want a joyful life, if you want a life, then make sure that you follow the principles of the Bhagavad Gita by chanting any mantra consistently, constantly, with soul. Next week, Monday, we'll continue to understand about this Bhagavad Gita further in details. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatakleshanashaya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Nara Yanavasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Nara Yanavasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Nara Yanavasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Nara Yanavasudeva. We'll do the Aarti now. સાંજ પડે દિનયાથ મે ચકવા ચકવીરો ચલો ચકવા ક્યાં જઈએ સાંજ પડે મત રોય ગૌરી પૂછે ગોરિયા કોણ ભલે રો દેશ સંપત હોય તો ઘર ભલા નહીં તો ભલો પરદેશ તિમિર ગયું રવિ દેખતા કુબુદ્ધિ ગઈ ગુરુ જ્ઞાન સંપત ગઈ અતિ લોભ છે ભક્તિ ગઈ અભિમાન અભિમાની કુંજર ભયો लियो अपने शिर भार ताके जमरा कूट से जम लोडू गड़े लुहार श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम जय काना काड़ा प्रभु जय काना काड़ा मीठी मोरली वाड़ा मीठी मोरली वाड़ा गोपीना प्यारा ओम जय काना काड़ा कामण गारा कान कामण बहु कीधा प्रभु कामण बहु कीधा माखण चोरी मोहन माखण चोरी मोहन चित चोरी लीधा ओम जय काना काड़ा नंद जसोदा घेर वैकुंठयोतार्युं प्रभु वैकुंठयोतार्युं कालियामर्दन कीधु कालियामर्दन कीधु गायो ने चारी ओम जय काना काड़ा गुण तना तुझ पार के में नहीं आवे प्रभु के में नहीं आवे नेति वेद पुकारे नेति वेद पुकारे पुनीत सुंगावे ओम जय काना काड़ा ओम जय काना काड़ा प्रभु जय काना काड़ा मीठी मोरली वाड़ा मीठी मोरली वाड़ा गोपीना प्यार जय काना काड़ा ओम जय काना का ओम जय काना काड़ा कपूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्द्रे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते। श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जलेन शीतलीकरणं कुर्यात् देवतानामभिवन्दनं स्थापितदेवताभ्यो नमः। निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि आरार्तिकं समर्पयामि। यश आरोग्यप्राप्त्यर्थे स्वात्मानामभिवन्दनं पात्राद् बहिः हस्तं प्रक्षाल्य श्रीरामचन्द्रकृपाळु भजमन् हरन भवभयदारुणं नवकञ्जलोचनकञ्जमुखकरकञ्जपदकञ्जारुणं कन्दर्पयगणितयमितच्छविनौ नीलनीरजसुन्दरं पटपीतमानौ तडितरुचिशुचिनौमि जनकसुता शिरमुकुटकुण्ड तिलकचारु उदार अङ्गविभूषणम् आजानुभुजशरचापधरु सङ्ग्रामजितखरदूषणं भजु दीनबन्धुदिनेश दानवदैत्यवंशनिकन्दनं रघुनन्दयानन्दकन्दकौशल्यचन्द्रदशरथनन् इति वदित तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेषमुनिमनरञ्जन मम हृदय कुंज निवास कुरु कामादिखलदलरञ्जनम्। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। गणपति महाराज की जय। विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगद्विताय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। गणपति महाराज की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। श्मशाने क्रीड़ा स्मरहर पिशाचा सहचराश्चिता भस्मालेपं सृगविनुकरोटी परिकरम् अमङ्गल्यं शीलं तव भवतु नामेवमखिलं तथापि स्मर्तॄणां वरद परमं मंगलमसि। उमापति महादेव की जय। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय। शांताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं वसुदेवं सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। आकाशात् पतितं योऽयं यथा गच्छति सागरं सर्वदेवो नमस्कारं केशवं प्रति गच्छति मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्वमहं वन्दे परमानन्दममाधवम्। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेवं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरं गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। असद्गिरिसमं शादकज्जलं सिन्धुपात्रे सुरतरुवर्षाखालेखने पत्रमुरवी लिखति यदि गृहीत्वा शारदा सर्वकालं तदपि तव गुणानां मीशपारं न याति। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जय 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 जगदम्बे आदिशक्ति भवानी माम्बे मात की जय। नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः नमः। प्रकृत्यै भद्रायै नियतां प्रणतास्मतां विद्युद्धाम समप्रभां मृगपतिं स्कन्धस्थितां भीषणां कन्याभिकरवालखेटविलसस् हस्ताभिराः सेवितां हस्तैश्चक्रधरालिखेटविशिखां श्चापं गुणां तर्जनीं बिभ्राणां मण्डलात्मिकां शशिधरां दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे। अम्बे मात की जय। आशापुरी मात की जय। महालक्ष्मी मात की जय। ओम राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। गणपति महाराज की जय। ओम नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। चित्रकूट के घाट पर भई संतन की भीड़ तुलसीदास चंदन गसे तिलक करे रघुवीर सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। रघुवीर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। रमापति रामचंद्र की जय। वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। प्रसादी ध्यान की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्री राधे कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधे कृष्णाय नमः। श्री राधे कृष्णाय नमः। गजानन गणपति महाराज की जय। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 पोढ़ो पोढ़ो कृष्ण कमल दड़ लोचन मारा प्रभुजी ने निंद्राया वे जीरे। सोनानो ढोलियो हिरनी रे पाटी साकड़ चार सोनानी जीरे। मशरू तड़ाय हूँ तो हीरे जड़ाम मारा वाला निसेज बिछाऊँ जीरे। गालम सूर्यमा वाला जी ने प्रेमे पास उपासे जीरे। कृष्ण जी पोढ़े ने राधा सुवड़ावे जशोमती पवन ढोड़ावे जीरे। सूरदास प्रभु अमर मिलन को प्रभु जी ने निंद्रायावे जीरे। नमस्ते हमारा हो प्राणदाता। नमस्ते हमारा पिता माता भ्राता। नमस्ते महादेव जोड़ी द्विहस्ते। नमस्ते प्रभु जी नमस्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते। स्थापित देवता प्रार्थना पूर्वक नमस्कार समर्पयामि। स्थापित देवता सुखिन शयनम कुर्यात् सुखिन शयनम कुर्यात् सुखिन शयनम कुर्यात्। जय श्री कृष्ण।